Welcome to another Choose a Career segment. Today I'm here with Mr. Will from East Community College.
East Mississippi Community College in Columbus, Mississippi.
All right, and they have an interesting program that I wasn't even aware of, and he's going to talk about it today, but y'all have a landscaping program. Tell us about that.
So we have a 2-year turf and landscaping program, so that's 2 different disciplines there. Offers students 2 years of education in those professions. We do a lot of hands-on stuff. So the good thing about a career tech program and the community college system is it's designed to teach a skill and get kids out in the work world. So we spend about as much time inside in the classroom environment, in the books, as we do outside on the golf course. We're unique in that we do have a golf course there. The college owns a golf course. So we're out on the golf course doing hands-on stuff. So it's really a neat thing for the students. We seem to have kids that enjoy it. Usually by lunch, they're through for the day and they can go to work. We try to plug them into local landscape companies, local golf courses, and get them in the field working.
Awesome. Now, there is a lot that is in this field probably that the average person wouldn't understand or know. It's not just grass and flowers. So let's start with the turf side of things. Explain that track and what all goes into that program.
Okay, so that's a great question, and there are a lot of things, a lot more than the average guy sees. Most people think I'm mowing my yard, and that's all I have to do. So from a turf standpoint, we really have about 3 pathways. You're going to say golf course, landscape, and then sports field. And so that's kind of where we see these kids land. Golf course, you could have anything from an assistant superintendent that works up to a superintendent of a golf course, to an irrigation tech, to a equipment tech, so you need a little mechanic work, to a pesticide applicator, spray tech. Landscape wise, most of the guys we see doing landscape want to own a business, so that's a career path that they want to do. They want to learn how to own a business, want to learn the business side of it. So that's what we see there. And then you got the sports turf side, and we got a lot of kids. The sports turf industry is growing. You see more and more communities doing these pop-up parks for all this pay-for-play weekend type stuff, and so you're seeing a lot more kids get into that, and those become really, really good jobs because they're city-based, municipality-based, so you got some state benefits locked into those. So those are really growing.
2 things from that I think that comes to mind. Number one, here in DeSoto County in the Memphis area, I can think of at least 8 companies right off the top of my head that do nothing but spray yards to keep your grass green. I'm assuming that y'all touch on that side of the industry some as well.
We absolutely do that, and I've personally done that for probably 15 years, so that is something that I feel like we really break down and get a good knowledge base of. Our kids all take the pesticide applicators testing from the state of Mississippi, so we administer that on site. Because
you have to have certifications to deal with the chemicals.
If you're going, a lot of them that you buy, you have to be certified for, and if you're gonna charge a fee, you have to be certified for. So we allow all the students to take that as part of their exit exam on their way out the door, their second year.
All right. The other thing I was going to mention is those golf courses and those yards don't just stay green by themselves. You're constantly working at it. So the average golf course, explain to us, most of those courses are going to employ people full time to maintain that place.
You're correct. And so you take, right here north of y'all, just TPC Southwind. That's a PGA Tour event, really, really super golf course. And so, yes, all these courses, even the local courses, are employing guys year-round. It never stops. We like to say it slows down, but it never stops. I think it's a unique business, too, in that we're outside, we're in the environment. That may keep you young and healthy, but you're outside every day. We're taking a grass plant and literally trying to cut it eighths of an inch, tenths of an inch, almost trying to kill a grass plant and keep it on life support, which is really unique to our industry. Your doctor's not doing not trying to keep you on life support. He's trying to get you out of the hospital. Your auto mechanic's not trying to halfway fix your car. He's trying to get your car back on the road. We really take a grass plant that's a nice, alive plant that can really, Bermuda grass grows on asphalt, and we almost try to kill it to make the golfer happy and mow it heights that no homeowner's going to mow. Even your average sports field is mowing at a half inch, and homeowners are mowing at 2.5, 3 inches. So it's a unique business. It takes a lot of science, a lot of math, and again, like I said, a lot of plumbing work, a lot of mechanical work, a lot of electrical work. It takes a little bit of everything to make it go.
Now let's look at the landscape side of y'all's program. Landscaping, there's actually several tracks you can take if you're going to be in that field. There's a landscape architect, which I know I believe that's like a 4-year degree if you're going to go that direction. But what is your program focus on with the landscaping?
So more of getting the kids out and into the industry. Like I said, most of them come to us with some background, usually family-owned business or want to start their own. We've been really successful. A lot of kids in our area have started their own business. I have kids right now in the program that have family-owned businesses. So you see more of that probably in the landscape side of things. But a kid could leave our program and go to a landscape company. Landscape companies usually have enhancement managers that are doing irrigation or sod installation, so they're trained at that. Being a manager of a crew, which again takes a little talent. The biggest thing I tell these guys is the growing grass part's easy. It's managing people, and it becomes managing people and everything. We try to talk about that. It's hard to really get that knowledge until you're out there, but they come out of there with some of that. So we send those landscape guys out ready to rock and roll and do their thing.
And there's a lot of training, I would imagine, that goes into that, because a lot of that job is going to be looking at the slope of a location and trying to decide where things need to drain to and how to address drainage problems. It's more than just planting plants.
Correct. So we take it from the bare ground up, and so that involves all that topography and how you want to lay it out. Sun angles, what plants we want on what side of the house. So we take the whole thing in, plant materials up, turf up, so these guys are trying to get the whole experience on how to landscape a yard, how to put in hardscapes, whether that be paver patios, fire pits. We do a lot of that type of work in that industry, so we're trying to touch on a little bit of all that. And again, it's an accelerated program, so they're going to get a lot of stuff thrown at them in a quick time.
Okay, so a couple of more questions before we wrap it up. How long is your program for these tracks?
It is, both of those are 2-year programs. Now, you're going to take some academic classes. If a kid comes in with the transfer credits, he may get out of there in 3 semesters. If we take a kid straight out of high school or with no college education, it's going to take 4 semesters, 2 years. But they're in and out of there pretty quick.
Okay. Second question, what can people in these industries expect to get paid? What's the starting salaries? Let's start with turf.
Okay, and that's what everybody wants to know. What am I going to make? What's my return on investment? The turf side, I would say today is probably a little better than the landscape side. We have guys. I just had 3 graduate in December. One's in Branson, Missouri. One's in Destin, Florida. One's in Hattiesburg. And those guys leave, if they really excel and want to do well, they're taking salaried positions. So those salaried positions may start in the mid 40s to the upper 50s. So I say the golf, turf grass industry is a little higher paying. The landscape guys, again, some of them go on their own business. Landscape stuff's usually an hourly type deal starting out. But again, those are good hourly jobs. Anywhere from $15, $18 an hour is what I see most of these guys start at. But the big money still seems to be in the turf side of things, the golf course side. And
with everything, if you are a very hard worker and you're dependable and you do a good job, they're going to want to keep you, and so your pay is going to go up.
And that's exactly what I'd say. I would tell anybody this day and time, get a skill. Do what you say you're going to do, be on time, and you really can excel. I mean, I hate to say that, it doesn't take a whole lot these days. If you excel at what you do and do what you say you're going to do really well.
And one thing these industries would give you that a traditional office job would not is just every day would look a little bit different, and you're outside in nature, which is a great way to work every day.
I would agree. For 30, I went to Mississippi State, graduated in '94, so 31 years now in this business. I wouldn't trade it for anything. It's been great for me, for family, super industry, outside. It changes.
Right.
My day can change. Who thought it would snow in Pensacola today? So if I'm on a golf course in Pensacola, my whole week just got wrecked. I wasn't expecting snow. So it changes with the weather, which is really cool. You have to stay on your feet. And again, it's all about managing people. You may have crews. Even the small landscape company is going to have half a dozen people. Get on a big golf course, big landscape company, you may have 40 people you're managing. So it's all about management.
All right. Finally, if they're interested in going through this program, how can they get in touch with you guys?
So the college, again, is East Mississippi Community College. Main campus is in Scuba, Mississippi. Our campus comes out of the Golden Triangle, Starkville, Columbus area. My email is warnett@eastms.edu. That's probably the quickest, easiest way to get up with me, and we can work things out from there. If you're not interested in turf management or landscape management, I can feed you in a number of other directions.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
I appreciate the time of being here.